Oh, my goodness. All right. Paris Hilton is in the news. And, you know, Paris Hilton is the original influencer. Now, she literally... Paris Hilton is the original, that's hot girl. She's the original Nepo baby. And so she gave an interview to the Times of London. And Paris said that she got to be where she is all by herself. She said, I'm self-made, like I've done this all on my own. No one's ever given me anything in my entire life. And I say, no one's ever given you anything? How about the Hilton name? Let's start with that. I would kind of think like the Hilton name, didn't it open a few doors for you? So to be fair, Paris is doing the work. Her company, 1111 Media, it's valued at $1 billion. So, mama, she's got a whole empire. So she's not just posing with dogs and handbags anymore. This woman is writing checks. But what we're not gonna do is act like the Hilton name didn't give her a leg up. You know, because if her name was Paris Jenkins, we probably wouldn't be talking about her 1111 Media. You know, we'd be talking about her candle business on Etsy. That's what we would be. And you know, this is the thing, nepotism, it's not a bad thing. It's what you do with it that counts. And I remember Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., he once acknowledged that he had an opportunity that others do not. But he said once the door was open, it was up to him to walk through it and thrive. That's what he said to do. And I say to O'Shea, yay. You know, and here's the thing. If you're born into a powerful family and you don't do anything with it, there is the problem. You know, but if your daddy owns a hotel chain and you still can't get a job, that's not nepotism, that's you. But I love it because Paris is self-made, but it's kind of like self-made with training wheels, you know? Like, you know how some people make a sandwich from scratch? I think Paris made a sandwich, but the bread was already baked, sliced, toasted, and delivered by a butler named Jeeves. So Paris, she did what she was supposed to do. She took the Hilton name, she turned it into a billion-dollar media company. So I say, hey girl, you go Paris, because that takes work too. Go ahead with your bad self, Miss Hilton. Now this will make me laugh. So taking a picture with Rihanna, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But when you only have a few minutes to take a picture, sometimes you have to get in where you fit in. So DJ Fresh got his chance to take a picture with Rihanna. He did. Now, the only thing was, it wasn't his picture. He was the photobomb. He was the photobomb. And he had to zoom in to prove that he was there. All right? And then he zoomed in again just to make sure we saw her edges. Okay, and don't look at me like that, because y'all know Rihanna knows that this is not her best picture. And even Rihanna commented and said, ha, nah, B, I owe you one. And I love, it was like, ha was followed by nah. And let me tell you something about superstars. You don't do a close-up that shows everything that you don't want to be seen. So zooming in on a woman's edges, that's like going through, you know, like, when you zoom in through a man's edges, it's like going through a man's phone. You're gonna see some things you did not prepare for. And that right there was a close-up of all the nas that Rihanna put in there. No. Why are you zooming in on her like it's a medical exam? So Rihanna, you don't owe him one. You don't owe him nothing. He owes you an apology and a restraining order is what he, good grief. Oh my God. So y'all, tall people across the country, they are meeting up to connect with other tall people. And content creator Tyler Bergantino, he saw a need to connect with other tall people to provide a sense of community where they can feel seen, understood, and finally able to talk to people at eye level. Now, he just did a tall people meetup right here in New York City. And out of nowhere, Leslie Jones showed up. And she was one of the shortest ones there. Take a look.
We're at a tall person meetup in New York. How tall are you?
6'1".
I'm 6'7".
Are you waiting for that trend to die out?
Yes. I'm 6'4".
7.
I'm 6'5".
7'3".
7'3".
I'm 7'1". I met someone who's like 7'4", though. It felt great to be smaller than someone for once in my life.
6 feet. I thought I was going to be the tallest person here. I'm not. Look!
Yeah.
That's insane!
I'm so glad that the tall people are having a meetup because tall women need a place to go to find a tall man, okay? But here's the thing, when you know, people my height get with the tall man, all the tall women get mad at me. They act like they can't share a tall man. He came to me, I didn't just hit him in the kneecaps and make him be my man. But I'm 5'1". It's a downside for somebody my height to be with the tall man. You can't take selfies together, because if I take a picture, all you see is a man's torso. All right? If he takes it, the scale is off and I look crazy. I'm looking up at the selfie like, E.T., phone home. And I'm telling you, that's how it happened. Actually, you know what? I want to test it out. My promo producer, Cameron Smith, he's tall. Cameron, where you at? Can you come out? Can you come out? So Cameron, I want you, yeah, look, and I got on heels, okay. So I want to try a selfie. How tall are you?
6'7".
You're 6'7".
6'7".
And so I got some heels on. This is actually, I'm this short right here, so I'm gonna go right here, and we're gonna try to do, okay, we gotta put it on. We're gonna try and do a selfie. Okay, I don't know your password, but I like to know it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna do a selfie. There we go, and there we go. All right.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. That don't make no sense, Cameron. Well, the one thing I gotta say, you sure do got a nice torso. Look at that. Y'all, we got a great show for you today. Hey, family, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, or wherever you're watching this video, make sure you follow and subscribe.